How to create and schedule blogs in Shopify automatically. So if you're writing blogs for your Shopify website, then today I am going to show you an amazing idea where you just need to add your blog title along with the date into your spreadsheet, and after that the blog will be created automatically on the same date which you have specified into your Google Sheets. Yes, it is possible. You just need to build a connection in Google Sheets and Shopify with the help of an automation software, and after that whatever the title you are going to add here along with the date, on the very same date the blogs will be published automatically into your Shopify website. So this is how you can entirely automate your blog writing process, blog scheduling process. Want to learn how you can set this automation for yourself? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So this is my daily blog writing sheet where I'm maintaining all my blog title along with the date of publish, and I want every time I'm adding the blog title here along with the specific date, the content should be created automatically on the very same title, and it should be even published on this specific date into my Shopify website. So how I am going to entirely automate this process? Well, for the content generation part, I'm going to use this OpenAI application, which is an amazing AI research and deployment company via which you can perform various kind of artificial related tasks, basically AI related tasks, and you can even perform the content generation task with OpenAI. Okay, so firstly I'm going to connect my spreadsheet with OpenAI and then with Shopify, and this is how I am going to entirely automate this process. And I'm going to connect these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can connect multiple applications and automate your tasks. Okay, and you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link for your reference into my description box. Now if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks in your account every month in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I've clicked on sign in and then I have clicked on access now, and this is how I have reached to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now after reaching here, you will have to click on this blue button that is create workflow and simply provide a name to your workflow, to your automation. So I am providing the name as automatically publish scheduled blogs in Shopify via Google Sheets. Okay, now click on create and then you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. So trigger means whenever this happens, action means do this. Okay, whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever the blog title is added into the Google Sheets application, automatically generate content via OpenAI application and then post the same blog into Shopify application. Okay, so generally this is how we need to always select the applications in which we are building an automation. But here, instead of selecting Google Sheets as the first application, I'll select the scheduler. Now why this schedule? Well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can schedule your automation, schedule your workflows, and here I want to schedule my automation every day. Okay, so what will happen? Every day this automation will run and it will check whether the date mentioned into the spreadsheet is actually equal to the today's date or not. If it is actually equal to the today's date, then it is going to generate the content, then it is going to publish the blog into the Shopify website. But if that date is not actually equal to the today's date, in that case the automation will not proceed. Okay, so that is why here as a first application I am choosing this schedule. And how often you want to run your workflow? Well, I want to run every day. I want that every day that automation should go and check whether is there any blog post scheduled for the today's date or not. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I want that this automation should be executed for 11 a.m. Okay, so I am going to change the timing here as 11:00 a.m. All right, clicking on save and you will see that this automation has been scheduled for every day and it will be executed every day at 11 a.m. Okay, so what should be the next step? So every day at 11 a.m. it will actually fetch the data of the Google Sheet. Basically it is going to check for the date. Basically it is going to match for the date. Okay, so for that firstly I'll have to fetch that what is actually the today's date. Then I am going to compare the today's date with the sheet date. Okay, so how I am going to do that? Well, with the help of date and time formatter feature of Pabbly Connect. Okay, this is an amazing amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of amazing operations within your date. Well, here currently I just want to fetch the current date, that what it is today's date. Okay, so that is why I'm going to search for this particular action event, clicking on connect, and here you can see it is connected. You just need to provide a basic format. So how about I select the date format as DDMMYY, because the current date format which I have specified into my spreadsheet is actually also into the same format, that is DDMMYY. So that is why I'm going to keep both the date formats similar so that it will be easier to compare. Now include time zone, no, I don't want to include time zone, so that is why I'm going to keep it as false only, clicking on save and send test request, and then it will give me the today's date to the current date. Okay, and today is 14th of January 2023. Okay, now I will have to compare this date with the Google Sheets date. So how I am going to do that? So you'll have to click on this plus icon and we are going to fetch the Google Sheets data. How? Okay, so you will have to search for the Google Sheets, and in the action event we are going to search for the lookup spreadsheet row, because I would like to look up a specific value. Basically I just want to look up the value of the date, and if that date is matches to the current date, then it will fetch out the data of that particular row. Okay, so let me show you how you can do that. Click on connect first, and you will have to firstly connect your spreadsheet in which you are having all your blog titles. Okay, so you will have to click on this add new connection and provide the access of your Google Sheets, but I will go with this existing connection only because I have already made the connections with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so it will be connected immediately, asking for the spreadsheet name. Okay, so whatever the spreadsheets are available into my Google Sheets account have started visible here. Okay, so I'll have to search for this particular spreadsheet. So let me copy the name and let me search for the same. All right, and here is that sheet, daily blog writing sheet for the fitness website. Second thing, it is asking for the select sheet. Well, I just have a single sheet into my spreadsheet which has got selected automatically, so I don't need to select anything here. Asking for the lookup column and the lookup value. So here I would like to look up for which particular data, basically for the date, and my date is actually available into this B column. So that is why here in this lookup column I will write the value as the B, because I want to search for the date in B. And what kind of value, what type of value I would like to search? So I would like to search for the current date. So I have already fetched the current date in my previous step. Okay, with the help of date and time formatter feature. So I'm going to search for this date only, and I don't need to manually copy and paste this date. I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. Simply click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down, and this is how by selecting that particular value you can map the data. Now what is this mapping all about? What is the significance of mapping? I'll tell you quickly. I'll tell you later in the video only, but for now we are going to add the value to be searched in the column. The response will return the 100 searched rows only. Okay, so here I have provided that I want to look up for this particular date. Include header in response. Well, I would recommend you to always go with this true. Why? I'll show you within the video only. Sort value, keep it as top, and clicking on save and send test request, and you will see the system will go to the column B and it will search for this specific date. So currently into my spreadsheet I have this date for 2 times, basically into this row 2 and into row 3. Okay, now I will show you the response of this particular step, and here you can see I have the row index as 2 and 3. I have the title as how to lose belly fat and how to gain fat with healthy diet. Here you can see the row index of 2 and 3, and here are the same title and the dates. All of these data has been fetched automatically into the Pabbly Connect because we have specifically looked up for this particular date, and on this particular date I have only this particular data and the row index only. So, okay, so I have all the data, but currently the data which I have received consists of two rows data, okay, for the row 2 and for the row 3. And in order to execute this automation, I'll have to execute this automation one by one. Basically the data will be processed one at a time only, okay. So I'll have to segregate this data, and how I am going to do that. So firstly you will have to recapture this response into the advanced format. So how you can capture the same data into the advanced format? Simply you'll have to toggle this off button, toggle off this particular button, that is simple response. And this is how, by clicking on this button, you can recapture this data into the advanced format. Now you will see I will have the data in terms of the key and the value. Here you can see I have the data, key and the value. Here I have the key as the block title, and here I have the value as block title, okay. Again, key, that is date of publisher, and that value is date, okay. So this is how firstly I have the data of row 2, and secondly I have the data of row 3. And how I am going to process this data one at a time? Well, with the help of iterator, okay. And iterator always accept the data into the array format only. Basically it will always accept the data which has been captured into the advanced format. So that is why we have specifically captured the same data into the advanced format instead of this simple format, okay. So that is why I am going to select the iterator here, and then I am going to map the same data into the iterator value, okay. Well, it has taken this data automatically, 3 response result, and yes, it is the same data, that is response result. Why that number was showing, the 3 number was showing? Because this particular step is actually the third step, so that is why 3 dot response result, okay. Finally I'm going to click on this button, save and send test request, and you will see now you will get the data one at a time, okay. So this is how this automation is going to take place. Well, here you must be thinking that currently I just have the data of second row only. However, for the 14th of January I have received the data of third row as well, okay. So how I am going to execute this automation? Well, here you can see in the instruction that at the time of workflow execution it will process all values one by one. So this is how that second value will be also processed, but one by one, okay. You do not have to worry about that, okay. So once we have the data, we have the title, now we are going to generate the article on the very same title with the help of OpenAI. So after clicking on this plus icon, you will have to search for the OpenAI application via which we are going to generate the content automatically. And for that you'll have to connect your OpenAI with the Pabbly Connect, and for the connection it is asking for the token which you can get from this particular link, all right. And here you will get a token. Basically you will have to generate a new token from here, okay. And after generating the token, okay, firstly I'll have to log in into this application. And once you have created an account into the OpenAI's dashboard, after the successful login, you will have to click on this playground section, and here only we are going to perform some amazing things. Let me even show you. Simply write an instruction in this playground that write a story on cat, and you will see a magic that the system will start generating a story on the very same title, that once upon a time there was a little black cat named Felix. He lived with a small family in a small apartment into the city. And did you notice that what an amazing story it has started writing automatically, basically with the help of AI, okay. Not just the stories, you can even write the essays, the poems, you can even start writing the emails, you can even generate the automatic reply for your YouTube comment, okay. So write a reply for the YouTube video comment, and here I'm also going to write a comment as nice video. Assume that someone has actually posted this comment, and now I'll be clicking on submit, and you will see how this application, the OpenAI, will start generating the response for the same. And even I have made a typo error, a spelling error, then also it has provided me a very nice reply. It has generated a nice reply reply, thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed. Okay, write a reply for the YouTube video, comment nice video and thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so this is how, by simply providing an instruction here, you can perform n number of tasks. You can do various kind of amazing things with the help of OpenAI. So let me show you these settings which are available at the right hand sides briefly, very quickly. Okay, firstly it is asking for the model. Well, it has provided several models here, and I always go with this text, the Vinci 003 model, because it is the most capable model into the GPT-3 series, and it can perform any task the other GPT-3 models can. Okay, often with higher quality and longer output and better instruction following. Okay, and moving further, we have another feature as the temperature, which controls the randomness of the content, lowering results in less random completion. So as temperature approaches 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. So if you do not want the deterministic and repetitive content, you will have to provide some kind of value here. Another thing we have in the list is maximum number of tokens to generate. Requests can use up to 2048 or 4000 tokens shared between the prompt and the completion. The exact limit varies by the model, and one token is roughly 4 characters for a normal English text. Okay, I'm repeating this line once again. One token is roughly 4 characters for a normal English text. Okay, so basically you can actually set the number of characters which you would like to generate for your content from this particular setting. Asking for the stop sequence, enter sequence and press tab. Up to 4 sequences where the API will stop generating the further tokens. Okay, the returned text will not contain the stop sequence. Okay, so here you just need to provide the value of 4 characters. Okay, so let's say I'm using these 4 characters as a stop sequence, and as soon as I'm going to click over here, it will be start considering as a stop sequence. Okay, so after any kind of instruction, write a reply on YouTube video, comment, and here if I am going to provide a content as nice video, and if after that I am going to use this stop sequence, it will actually consider it as a stop sequence only. Okay, so this was my stop sequence. All right, asking for the top P, well, it controls the diversity via nucleus sampling. 0.5 means half of all likelihood weighted options are considered. So basically it controls the diversity of your content, and you can even read more about the nucleus sampling on the internet. Now asking for the frequency penalty, how much to penalize new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text so far. Well, it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. So just in case if you do not want the content of the repetition line, you will again have to provide a value here. Asking for the presence penalty, which means how much to penalize new tokens based on whether they appear in the text so far, and it increases the model's likelihood to talk about new topics. So if you want that your system should always generate the new topic, new content, but do not the duplicate content, you will have to provide a value as the presence penalty. Best of, well, you will have to read the instructions one again. It generates the multiple completion server side and displays only the best. Okay, streaming only works when set to 1. Since it acts as a multiplier on the number of completion, this parameters can eat into your token quota very quickly. Okay, so here let's assume that you have provided an instruction with a value of best of 1. So what will happen, only a 1 copy of this particular content will be generated. But if you are going to write as a 3 here, the system will generate the 3 copy of the content, and then it is going to provide you the best of 3. Okay, so that is the use of this best of, but I will keep it as 1 only, otherwise my quota will be used. Okay, now this is how you can do the settings as per your choice, as per your requirement. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am to perform these several settings. Asking for the AI model, so as I have told you earlier that I always go with the text is a Vinci 003 model because it is the most capable model. Further, I am going to select the prompt. Please make sure that you are entering the prompt properly. You can check the supported prompt formats here. Okay, so whatever the instructions I am going to provide here, if I'll click on this view code button, you will see that the instructions and the reply will be considered as the prompt. Okay, so here I want to provide a instruction something like write an article, so that is why here I'm going to manually write it as write an article. Okay, and after this particular prompt here I'm going to map the blog title, and from where I will get the blog title, from my my Google Sheets data, okay? And not from this Google Sheets data, I will map the value from my iterator step, okay? Because it is going to execute the data one at a time, and currently we have in the queue as this particular block title. All right, now why I am mapping this data? Because whatever you are going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. I am repeating here, if you are going to write anything manually, that data will remain same, but if you are going to map anything, it will be replaced automatically when a new value will be arrived here, okay? So let's say currently we have two values for the 14th of January. So one at a time, okay? Firstly, it is going to execute the data for this particular title, and in the second time, this existing title will be replaced automatically and this new title will be added automatically here. You do not have to do anything because we have mapped this data, okay? Asking for the maximum token, the sampling type, the sampling value, the presence penalty, the frequency penalty, the stop sequence, and few other settings, okay? So I'm going to leave all these fields blank and you will see it will automatically capture the default value. Now I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see how this OpenAI step will produce a content automatically under this choices 0 text. And if I am going to review this particular content, are you ready to get rid of all your belly fat? It can be a daunting task, but it is possible if you follow a few steps. Belly fat is something many of us struggle with, especially after having kids or losing weight, okay? So here you can see it has generated a very nice content on the very same title which we have fetched via Google Sheets. Coming back, and here once you have that article, you can draft the very same article into your Shopify website. For that, you'll have to click on this plus icon and search for the Shopify blog only. And here, as an action step, I am going to choose as create a blog entry because I would like to generate the article, generate the blog here. Click on add new connection, and for the connection it will ask you the token and the subdomain. Well, for the subdomain, you can actually get the subdomain from your URL only, okay? So simply copy this URL after this double dash and before this dot, okay, and paste it here. You can even read the instruction here that enter your Shopify store subdomain, example this, and the subdomain should be here, okay? API access key, okay, you can create your API access token key by logging to your Shopify account. After login, navigate to apps, develop app, and then click on create app and follow these steps as shown in the video, okay? So if you want to generate the token, you can also visit this particular video. Firstly, I'll take you to the Shopify website, and here you will have to go to the apps, and in this apps and sale channel setting, you will find an option of the develop apps. Click on that very same option, that is develop apps, and here we are going to generate a new app. We are going to create a new app. So click on this button, and here I will create an app something like automating blogs with Pabbly Connect, okay? And after providing the name, click on this button create app, and after that you will have to specify the permission for this particular app, that what kind of action this app can perform, okay? For that, you'll have to click on this configure admin API access, and here I am going to search for the blog directly, and here I am going to provide both the write and the read content permission, okay? Clicking on save, and finally after providing the access, I am going to install the very same app into my Shopify website, into my Shopify account, and this is how I will be able to access the token, okay? And the token can be revealed only once, so make sure whenever you're going to copy this token, you should save it somewhere for the future use, okay? So I'm going to copy the same, coming back to Pabbly Connect and pasting it here, and click on save, and this is how you can connect your Shopify account with the Pabbly Connect. All right, it is connected. Firstly, it is asking for the blog, basically the category. So I'll directly take you to the blog section. Where is the blog section? I'll have to close this, and here you will find the option of blog post, and here currently I have two categories, that is the fashion and the lifestyle and the news. So I'm going to post the blog related to the fashion and the lifestyle only, because fitness comes under the lifestyle. So I'll go with this particular category, asking for the title, the author name, and the content. Well, I have captured the title from the Google Sheets, so that is why I'm going to map the same from the Google Sheets data only. Well, I'm not going to map the data from the Google Sheets directly. I will map it via iterator because it is going to process the data one by one, and currently we are processing this particular data. And since I have mapped this value, the value is going to definitely change automatically when this automation will work in the real time. Asking for the author name and the content. Well, I can map the content from my OpenAI application. I have just shown you that it has sent me a content, a very nice content. Now it is asking for the featured image URL and the author name. So either you can provide the author name manually, but that author name will remain same, it will not change. So just in case if you want this author name to vary automatically, you can also add one more column here as the author name, and whatever the person have written these articles, you can mention their author name. Let's say author name 1, okay, author name 2, okay. And when I'm going to fetch the data with the help of this spreadsheet, okay, let me show you, with the help of this lookup value, next time I will actually receive 3 values instead of two values. Basically I will actually receive 4 values instead of 3 values. Currently I have received the row number, the block title and the date of publish, but in the next time I will receive the author name as well. And along with this author name, just in case if you want the featured image URL also, you can also add one more column into your spreadsheet only and add the featured image URL here. But currently I'm not going to show you. I hope you have understood the concept that how you can fetch the data of each row automatically with the help of Google Sheets lookup spreadsheet rows. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here currently I'm going to write the author name manually only. So assume that the author name is actually the demo author, so I will be writing this particular name only in front of you. All right, let me correct the spelling, and I'm not going to provide any featured image URL, the excerpt, the text. As I've told you, just in case if you want all of this data to appear automatically, you can add as many as columns here as per your requirement. Okay, is published? Well, currently I'm not going to make it published because OpenAI says that whenever you are going to generate a content with the help of OpenAI, do not publish it on the live website. Firstly, make sure that you review that particular content, and if you are satisfied with that content, then only after the approval you should actually make the things live. Okay, so just in case if you want to publish the blog post directly into your Shopify website, you can choose this true value, but currently I'm going to first review this blog post and then only I'm going to make it live, so I will choose this as a false. Okay, so clicking on this button, save and send test request, and now I will take you to my blog post section of Shopify website. Then I'm going to refresh the blog post section of the Shopify and wait for the blog to be generated here automatically. And here you can see how to lose a belly fat. The content has been generated automatically into the Shopify website, and from here you can even see that the same content has been added. Okay, so clicking on this preview button, and let us check for the very same blog. Here we have the title and here we have the content. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time you are going to add the blog title here along with the specific date, the automation will automatically generate a content with the help of OpenAI, and the automation will automatically create a blog post into the API. And currently I have simply drafted this blog into my Shopify website, so currently it is hidden. Okay, but just in case if you want to automatically publish it, if you want to automatically live it, you can do the same from here. But again, I would recommend you to first review the content which has been generated with the help of AI. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time you are going to add the blog title along with a specific date, it will be published automatically or it will be drafted automatically into the Shopify website. For that, you just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that what will happen, every day the automation will execute and will fetch the current date first, and first it is going to check whether the current date is actually matches any of the date. If it will find any matches date, if it will actually fetch the data of the whole row into the Pabbly Connect, and this is how on the very same data it is going to generate the content automatically with the help of OpenAI, and the same content will be drafted automatically into the Shopify website. And you just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that you do not have to do anything manually. Simply close Pabbly Connect, simply close OpenAI application, and just in case if you want to access this automation into your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the shareable link of the very same workflow which I have created in front of you into my description box, from where you can access the same workflow into your account. You just need to click on this link, sign up for free into the Pabbly Connect, and the same workflow will be cloned into your account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.